Is that? Yeah, it should be. Hopefully. Did it go live now or did it? Because I clicked start and then changed the tab. So, oops. Hello on YouTube. I hope it has been streaming. Hmm. Oh, you get Discord notifications for me? Huh. Okay, yeah, okay, I'm sorry. That I basically it says on here that it's been running for 10 minutes. But what's happened is I clicked go live and then changed the tab. And when I changed the tab back, it started the stream, which is a bit weird considering that I pressed the button. But okay. Oh, hello backslash. Sorry, I thought I was early, and I thought no one was turning up to my stream because YouTube, why are you doing this to me? That's fine. I haven't done anything, thankfully, so it's like it works out. I might just wait. So, God, I have to put on my glasses to see what's on the other side of the room. Yeah, because I'm waiting for my bangers and mash to cook, and then I gotta throw in the vegetables. So, just waiting for that to come by. Yeah, I had to like immediately run out of work to get here. In like 2 minutes, and then put together a YouTube thumbnail and plan everything. I miss having time, to like make the week's thumbnails, but because of how busy things have been, I've barely had time to do anything. Also, hello, yo Theo. I'm just heading to bed, but I wanted to pop in to say hi at least. Hi, Cole. Thank you for popping by and saying that. I hope you have a good sleep though. I am like vibing right now. I'm waiting for a few more people to turn up, and then I will start. I'm also just making an excuse to wait for my food to cook. Might make some curry. Yeah, I think you should make some curry, Eric. Uh, I'm in Japan for the next month, so it's a little hard. Oh, I hope you're enjoying um Japan. I've been there twice in my life, and I probably will go there a third time if I can save up. um, yeah, I explored the entirety of most of Tokyo the first two trips, so I plan to do like the third time go outside of Tokyo. So it'll probably be a bit pricey. The thing is with Japan, when you go to Japan, I assume you're going there as a holiday. So if it's related to studies, I'm very envious of you. For me, it's like you need to double check like your money situation and think about how much am I going to spend, and then double that because it's never the amount you think it is. So I do have a credit card. I probably should not use that. Ah, you're studying over there. That's cool. At least with Japan, you can actually walk around at night feeling a bit safer than it is over in the UK. I always hate walking outside during night where I live. It's not like my area is dangerous. I just grew up in a bad area, and then that just kind of like stuck in my brain. Like, oh yeah, I can't. I have issues going outside. Though my street is quite safe. I have walked up and down here at like 10 p.m. without a problem. Oh, uh, I am planning a Japan trip in September, October. But boy, there is way too much to see. Well, that's true. I think 3 weeks tends to be too long because no, 2 weeks is the right amount. I found 3 weeks is tricky because you need to budget very carefully and correctly in order to actually get past that bit. If that makes sense, like I remember when I went on my second trip with friends, it was 3 weeks, I believe. And there were a few days where I was just like, oh, right, I don't have, like, the budget to do anything today, so it's mostly just, like, hanging around waiting for the day to go by. Walking around is nice. I would just say focus on the main part. So, like, Tokyo first. Yeah. These people planning trips after I leave. When is the Japan Theo fan club meetup? I gotta build a big enough audience for that. And then get a VTuber face and stick it somewhere on a camera, on a Roomba, and then join you all in that way, in the most VTuber ass way possible. Yeah. Probably vacation days would be more difficult, but luckily my boss is pretty chill about these things. Yeah, that's good to hear. My workplace is quite cool at like planning around things, and our company has like a 2 week rule, so if you want to book holiday as long as it's 2 weeks in advance, usually for the most part it's okay. The only time it becomes a problem is in Christmas season where everyone's booking holidays and certain people need to be in. I remember I just booked whatever time I had left, and I think one of those days got denied, and my manager was like, oh, do you want to work? Was trying her best to try and like work around it, and I was just telling her, honestly, I just booked that day because I didn't have any other days to book. I do not care. But yeah, gosh, 5 minutes left, so give me a second. I will be back. 1 second. Gonna put my vegetables in. We're in. Oh, vegetables are in. Right, we're gonna start with the anime list. I should probably wait till the vegetables are done, but I don't want to keep you all waiting as I feel like I'm doing this on the fly, which is true. I am doing this on the fly. I just need to double check. Well, there's also a lot of things I want to talk about with the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. But like, should I? This is an anime stream, right? I shouldn't be doing that. Well, my stream, my rule. Okay, as long as people aren't too bothered by it. I've been trying to like. Let me lower the volume a bit here. Yeah. So I've been like. I had to watch the. I got a weird throat problem today. But yeah. I watched that Nintendo Direct or Nintendo Switch 2 Direct that like in the middle of work, and then at like half past, like half an hour in, I got dragged into a meeting, and I was like, "Oh God, end this meeting, or I'll I can't do this." And people were reacting to things, and I had no idea what they were reacting to because I had like the earphone in my ear, and I could barely make out what was going on in the background. I was paying attention to the meeting though. But I'm so confused about a lot of things that happened in that stream. God, in that like what happened after the stream is infinitely more funny to me. It's like, okay, they announced a new Nintendo Switch. That's exactly what I wanted. And it is a more powerful console. Exactly what I wanted. You know what? Let me get the Switch 2 PNG. Give me a PNG of the Switch 2. So people know what I'm talking about when they hop in and they're saying, "Why aren't you talking about anime?" I'm like, no one cares what I'm actually gonna be doing. I assume I'm kidding. Ooh, my food's ready. Let me load that Switch 2 up thing. Here it is. Yeah, we'll leave that there a second. I'm just gonna go get my food out of the oven, and then we will begin. I will talk about this thing. I haven't actually watched anything from the stream, only seen VTubers react to it. That's funny. I assume a lot of VTubers would have reacted. I reacted with my sister and my brother, and I sent a link to my dad. Because yeah, we always do that every direct thing time. I'll send a message like, "Yo, are you seeing this?" And I would have to like react in time so I don't spoil anything. 1 second, I'll get my fork and spoon. Or fork and knife, right? In a sec. Thank you. No. All right, there we go. Hmm. Oh man, I cooked these pretty good. My takeaways from as long as Theo yaps, I am happy. Okay, that's good. As long as that works. Um. Hmm. So my highlights for me, the thing that made me go, wow, okay, that's cool. Nintendo GameCube games are coming to the Switch too, as like a emulation thing. It's like their version of like, you know, the N64 online. And one of the games that coming on launch is Wind Waker. The original Wind Waker. But in the background, while they say more games to come, they teased Pokemon Colosseum, Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, and Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. And all these games matter to me because those are games I grew up with the exception of XD Gale of Darkness because I never had an opportunity to play that. I wasn't like blown away by this direct because I made a bingo card and this bingo card was actually correct for the most part. Let me read this bingo card. GameCube games does sound fun, but also we still have a GameCube here, so I don't think it's a really gonna be a big reason for me to buy into it. That's fair. I think for me, it actually doesn't matter either way because I can emulate a GameCube game pretty well on my PC. And because I have the GameCube adapter, I can hook it up with the controller and just play GameCube games as I normally would. I think for me, it's just like, oh yeah, I guess the cool thing about it is like the cost of games are, it like, I don't know, I can go around saying, yeah, you should emulate games as much as you like, but I know there are people who prefer like, oh, I want to own it on the original console, I want to put it on the TV, you know, all that stuff. I mean, I guess you could also argue that you could do the same with the Steam Deck. But yeah, I think what is cool is that like Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, for example, goes for like well over hundreds of pounds. Hundred. You know, I'll check right now. But Pokemon Colosseum and XD, especially XD Gale of Darkness, is super expensive to get. So having a more accessible means for an average consumer to get access to that is a cool thing, in my opinion. I still think you should emulate though. If you want to save money for your buck. Like, yeah. It's cool for streaming. Yeah, that's another thing. I guess I would also be excited to stream GameCube games. Oh, you have it? Which one? Let's look at the prices. Path of Radiance on eBay. And I'm talking UK prices. Over £100 for the disc only. It's now over £200 if you want the game with its cartridge. Sorry, cartridge. I'm just fucking old. The GameCube game, like with the case, yeah, it goes over £200 just from quick searching. Actually, that's newly listed. Let's set best match. Yeah, okay. And someone's trying to sell it for over 400 here. Over 200 to almost 300. A year ago, it was over 100 when I last checked. So, yeah, and that's the PAL version. It was one of my childhood games. It was one of my childhood games too. I basically like. Pretty sure I told this story before. My God, the carrots here are juicy. Sorry. What is happening here? These carrots are great. Sorry, I got distracted. Yeah, I've told this story before, I'm pretty sure, but Path of Radiance was one of the first games I ever asked my dad to buy. I don't know. I saw it on IGN, a trailer. Very internet savvy back then, even though I was during that golden era. I don't want to say golden era, I guess the Wild West era. And I would usually ask my dad, I never asked my dad for anything. He was very strict. He was very strict growing up. I kind of just casually asked for this, and then I don't know, like a week or two later, he just randomly gave it to me. It wasn't like, because I also have the same thing with Four Swords Adventures on Nintendo GameCube, where I asked for that if I did well in my exam, and I did well in my exam, and he did get it for me. I was very shocked he just did stuff like that. I was too scared to ask back then. So, cool dad. Still is. Well, he's much better dad than he was back then. I guess is a better way to word it. My dad knew nothing about Fire Emblem, and I know for a fact he probably wouldn't have liked Fire Emblem. The game itself. The gameplay is probably not his cup of tea. But, I just like that you would do that occasionally. But yeah, Path of Radiance, good game. I would very much like to revisit it. Yeah, I was gonna say, I was supposed to get a bingo card. Where did I? Ah, okay. New Smash Bros. No, that didn't happen. New Zelda. That kind of happened. They announced a new Hyrule Warriors, and it's like a prequel to Tears of the Kingdom. It takes place when Zelda got sent back to the past at the start of that game. So it's like, yeah, it's like Age of Calamity's whole thing. I enjoy the Hyrule Warrior games. They're actually like decent warrior games. I was technically right on that one. GameCube Virtual Console. I was spot on with that one. I didn't expect that. Silk Song. Silk Song got announced. I act like I care about Silk Song, but in truth, I've never actually like played enough for Hollow Knight. I should probably play that. And then get excited for Silk Song. I'm happy for Silk Song fans, if anything. Deltarune. Deltarune also got announced. I was quite excited for that. Chapters 3 and 4. And the cost of it will come out on the same day as the Switch. Switch 2. Which I think is in June. June the 5th, I believe. Let me just double check. Launch day, yeah, oh god, that's cool. They're charged. Toby Fox has put a little statement about it. It costs £25 to $25, sorry, to buy it, and the remaining chapters will be released as free updates. So it's kind of like an early access kind of thing. So I'm more than happy to give Toby Fox my money any day. New Mario. Technically, I guess Mario Kart's a new Mario, but I meant more new big Mario game. There wasn't one, no. Original IP. I think there was one. It involved wheelchairs and throwing balls around. Maybe that was the one I was thinking of. Nintendog/Cats. I might as well just give up on any hope that was actually a thing. I don't know. I was trying to think of what would I like to bring back. Because that thing has like the Switch 2 has like a built-in mic. So that's why I assumed, oh, they could do a Nintendogs thing. And lastly, a Banjo remake. We didn't get a Banjo remake. But we got a new, I guess, open... I wouldn't say open world, but like a new Donkey Kong game. So that's pretty cool. Alright, okay, with that said, that was my bingo card. Let me see, what else? Oh yeah, and then there's upgrades to certain games. I mean, I already called this way back. I knew this would be a thing. And I was hoping it would be a thing, so I'm glad it got confirmation, which is... Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and Tears of the Kingdom have an upgrade pack for the Switch too, and many other games have this too. Where if you pay a certain fee, or it comes free depending on the circumstances, you can upgrade your game. So, both Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, and Breath of the Wild can run at 60 FPS with better graphics, HDR, and 4K resolution. And that's cool. There are many other games like that. I think, let me find the list. My friend was doing some digging. Because the thing that was really confusing was they weren't clear on what the upgrade prices were or what the rules were. And apparently if it's a third-party game, Nintendo is leaving it to them to decide on how to do it. Whereas Nintendo's got their own thing, so some games will be this is from my friend. Some games will get free upgrades. There's more, but the relevant ones mentioned are Mario Odyssey, ARMS, Zelda, Echoes of Wisdom, Link's Awakening, Mario 3D World, and Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, which I'm very curious about because that game runs like ass, and I like that game a lot. So I'm wondering how that would look on it. Apparently those are free. Upgrade prices for Tears of the Kingdom is $10. Or it's free if you have the NSO expansion. Looks like the upgrades add new content. Oh, upgrades that have new content are $20. So like Kirby or Mario Party, which has a whole new mode added to it. It's so confusing because they didn't clarify prices at all, and I don't blame them. But yeah, no Silksong on bingo. Oh, I did put Silksong on the bingo card. Sorry. I forgot. I probably didn't mention it. Whoops. But yeah, I'm kind of excited for the console. They said the price of it will be £395. And the Mario Kart bundle is £429. That's expensive, but it's not like what I was picturing in my head. I was picturing like 500. My problem is I don't know if I want to like commit to buying that console right away, so I might wait until something really cool comes out. Like a game big enough to make me go, yeah, I want to buy a console right now for that. Alright. £400, yeah, that is doable. I think I can save up for that. I gotta pay off some, like, debts for the next 3 months. Due to all the traveling I've been doing. For family and friends. Bit annoying, but not their fault, it's my fault. As long as I budget correctly, I should be fine. But yeah. Nintendo Switch 2. The only downside, I would say... Do I have this first Switch? I do. I have a... Let me find that image. I need to delete this image. Actually, no, I won't delete this image yet. I hide it? Yeah. I'll hide it after. I have an OLED model. It's also modded. um, which in the long run has saved me a lot of money, but I can't go online with it because it's a modded Switch. But I really like that console a lot, and all I ever wanted for a Switch 2 is just be an upgraded version of that. And it's strong enough to do what I want it to, so... Problem is, I don't have, like, a big TV setup or anything to warrant getting a big TV. I'd say that, but I could probably, like, buy a TV, put it behind me. Because it's one of those things where it's like, I can play the Switch normally on my monitor and whatnot. A Switch 2 wouldn't have much of a difference, other than smoother frame rates. Visuals that I would notice a bit better. You know what I mean? It's like you're on a smaller monitor. It's not really as mind-blowing as it is if you had a 4K TV, you know? I probably could get a TV. Or I could move out. My contract doesn't end until the end of the year, unfortunately, so I'm probably going to save up a bunch and then try and move to an apartment. If I can afford it. It's kind of annoying living in the UK, because it's like genuinely awful prices. So I got to try and find ways to make lots of money before then. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, we'll start with building the anime list. It says here I completed Gabriel Dropout 2 weeks ago. Which tells me this was 2017. Did we get 2017? Let me open a few of these. 2014. Oh god, I gotta think. How far did I go? Shirobako specifically seems like a... God damn, I have no idea where... When I finish... I know. I can just watch my old streams. Let me... find that old stream. Let's see. 2020. Yeah, I thought I did 2020. Okay, it was 2020, so it should be the 2019 list. Cool. Thank you, Backslash. If I recall correctly, I think you were starting with 2019 this time. This isn't gonna help. Not what you just said, sorry. What I'm looking at right now. They're doing their April Fool's thing, which is very frustrating to look at without knowing the context of some of these images. I gotta like lock in and figure out what I'm looking at here. Okay, they didn't have time to do every anime ever, because that would be kind of an insane thing to do. Okay, that one's pretty good. When I get to far enough to the bottom, I'll scroll back up and we'll start talking about each anime. Oh my god. Let me see. Oh wow, Bang Dream second season was 19. Okay, some of these like pictures are pretty good. Like these fake posters that they made. Well, that's an OVA. Oh yeah, they made Senko Roll too. I've seen that one. That one I actually saw at a film festival. Reaching to the bottom. Alright, we got our list. I'm trying to squeeze food into me as I do this. Again, I apologize for eating on stream. I finished this. The first season. It was very good. And then I never, like, watched past it. Nor did I ever read the manga past this point. I think I discussed this with my sister on her, like, anime season stream thing way back. Because she talked about how the second season of this is really bad. The Promised Neverland second season, which skips things and speeds up the plot. This is kind of weird. Such a weird season. From what I hear. I'll probably read the rest of the manga, though. And then visit that anime out of, like, morbid curiosity. I never watched Demon Slayer. I think I tried watching one episode. And I never had much time, so I'll add it to the planning list. Excuse me. One Punch Man. The original. I enjoyed that. I mean, it is what it is. And then a sequel. Oh my god. Yeah, this was not... Yeah, people don't like the second season of this. But there's also a season 3. And people were not happy with the... Well, there was, like, not much, like, animation in the trailer, so people were mad. Or, like, worried that it's going to be bad. Which I'm very curious how they're going to adapt it. Yeah, people were describing it like a slideshow. I don't know if I'd go that far. Okay, but this trailer doesn't really help out. Okay. We'll see, we'll see. I read the manga, it's pretty good. The arc they're adapting, so I'm very curious. I am genuinely curious. I should check out season 2. Just to see how they adapted that. Oh, I would download it now, but... Alright. Moving on. Yeah, I'll give this one a gold star. That's a fun movie. I don't have anything negative or positive to say. I have a lot of positives to say, actually. It's very, just visually pleasing to watch. Poster is great, though. I'll give credit where it's due. Dates Alive. Maybe I should watch all of Dates Alive. I watched... Yeah, I did. I already talked about it, didn't I? I must have, because I got set to complete here. Yeah, I watched the first 2 seasons, and then anything after that. There was like an OVA. Yeah, this one I did watch, and I really like that one. And then anything afterwards, I just was like, I didn't have time for it. So I'll be curious to see what they're like. And go through it. Carol on Tuesday. I don't know. They look quite nice. I'm going to add this to the, like... You appeared... I come into Data Live. That's very funny. Funny timing. Because I remember last time we took Data Live came up. I didn't have much to say about Carol on Tuesday other than it looks nice. I want to give it a try. Tanya the Evil. I have seen this one. I enjoyed it. Though the actual premise and synopsis are like the setup for this whole thing is kind of nuts. Definitely one of the more interesting, weird isekais. Oh, there's a movie. Yeah, I remember that. I haven't seen the movie. Man, I want to watch a lot of anime now. I've been getting back into watching anime recently. Or just enjoying watching stuff as of late. Magical Senpai. I don't know, but as someone who's making a game about a magician, I should probably, like, put this on my plan list. The other bocce. I don't think I ever finished this show, so I'll put out watching. But I'm gonna use the 3 episode rule here because I don't remember how many episodes of this thing I watched. Okay. Boogie Pop and others. I'll give this a planning. This is an adaptation of a pretty popular light novel. I say popular in quotations. It's been a... It's a... I don't really know how to describe it. There is an urban legend that children tell one another about a Shinigami that release people from the pain they may be suffering. This angel of death has a name, Boogie Pop. And the legends are true. Boogie Pop is real. That is a pretty funny name, though. A certain scientific accelerator. I haven't seen this one. Manga I read was pretty okay. I'm pretty sure it's adapting that. But I guess if any other character is going to get a spin-off, it would probably be Accelerator. Show is fine, pairing is cute though. Yeah, that's pretty much what I gather a lot of people's reaction to that thing is. Usually it's yeah. I mean if you're an index person, you probably would like that. And if you like Accelerator, you'll like that, I guess. Yeah. I saw a couple of episodes, I think, but I'm not sure I ever finished it. I think I did too. I think it was like... How many episodes? Must have been like one episode. Not a very good thing to say about it, but it's like... Yeah, waited, mostly was like, yeah, this is definitely the most accelerate. I think I was excited for the opening and endings more than the actual show, because Index and Railgun has really good ones. Hmm. Give me a second. I'm just finishing up my meal. This is an okay bangers and mash. I've had better, but it mixes together well, and the vegetables were shockingly good. Okay, nothing will distract me now. Potato, lovely. Okay. That was fantastic. It gets a 7 out of 10 for me. What isn't fantastic is Psycho-Pass. Hello, Loven Dark. Welcome. You just turned up on time. I have a bag of snacks here. All right, let me see what's in my bag. Tea cakes. I immediately say I'm not going to be distracted anymore. They followed it up by eating more food. Apologies. You always need to have like a sweet treat after. I'm doing everything I can to avoid talking about Psycho-Pass. uh. Mm-hmm. All right, sorry, just replying to housemates about bin day. All right. Okay. Nice Spaceballs cast in my afternoon slash. That's a good pun. Sorry. All right. Have I talked about this? Oh no, I haven't. Did I not? I'm pretty sure I have. Yeah, I have. I have talked about it. Thank God. I don't have to actually talk about it. Sorry, it's just that there's another movie, and I'm like, there's another movie after these OVAs, and then there's another TV show, and after that is another OVA. Who are these guys? Theo, by the way, thanks for Ave Mujica. Oh my god. Thank you for watching Ave Mujica. Ah, that puts a big smile on my face. Um, Wait, there are more OVAs. There seemed to be one more OVA after the Psychopath 3. But after the OVAs is a movie. I like the first Psychopath, but I feel like it should have ended there. Yeah, my stance on Psychopath is that season 1 is okay. I've changed my opinion from I really like it to as I got older and I think about the logic behind that world and its politics. I'm like, yeah, no, it's really dumb. Like, this is really stupid. Like, the premise is really stupid when you think about it hard. But like, it is an entertaining show to watch. And that first Psychopath does its job at getting its message across by the end of the season. So anything that happens afterwards is a bit weird. It's mostly because if you look, I think it's because. Oh my god, it's so bad. Let me go back. Prequel. Okay, that's a good April Fool's poster. So April Fool's has ended, so I don't know why the posters haven't reverted back yet. So jokes on them. Yeah, Jun Urobuchi did the original story for that first season, and then after that he didn't. And then I'm pretty sure, yeah, he wasn't involved in this either. I'd rather talk about Ave Mujica, to be honest, but I can't. I don't want to spoil anything for people, but I'm glad you enjoyed it. I assume you liked it, Loven Dark, but yeah, they got another season coming, and I'm excited for that. So, her Blue Sky. I don't know. It just looked nice. I'm putting this on my watch list. I'm moving on. It's a story about Doom Jowie. Oh, you're talking about Psychopaths. Yeah, it is. About a guy who keeps reciting Shakespeare. And the other guy trying to hunt him down. That is Yaoi. Mysteria Friends. This is great. If you're looking for a good Yuri, this is a good show. They're shorts. They're like 15 minutes long. And they're quite relaxing. Don't have much to say about it. If you're looking for that kind of feel good. Dang, Theo has experienced Grand Blue. I have experienced Grand Blue. I have experienced Rage Up Bahamut as well, which I also liked a lot. Actually, that was actually pretty good. And this one I was in the middle of watching. I never actually finished it, so let me put on planning and then rewatch it. I'll put it on watching. We'll put on watching and do the 3-episode rule because I genuinely can't remember. I have played Grand Blue a few times, but I always drop it because it's a time sink and I don't have time. I usually do it when they do those 200 free roll things every year. And then I get like my dopamine being like, yeah, I just rolled this cool character. And then I immediately like move on with my life. I also have the action RPG adventure game that came out. Because I know someone who translated that game. So that was kind of cool. I know someone who works at Cygames and does like the translations for that game, and also did the translations for the Uma Musume Road to the Top episodes on YouTube. They did the translation for that too, so it's kind of cool. So yeah, that's my experience in the Cygames world, if you ever wondered. I should probably watch this. Okay, I already talked about Yuri. Senko Roll. Oh wait, they announced a Senko Roll 3? That makes sense. These things come out every, like, 10 years. I'll add this to planning. I always forgot this came out. Senko Roll. Senko Roll was one of my, like, childhood, well, not childhood, teen favorites, I guess. When I was in high school, I would download anime to watch on my PSP, and this was one of the few, and I really liked it. But I didn't have much else about it. Rewatching it, it's fine, but, like, at the time, it was still kind of, like, cool that someone made this by themselves. For the most part. And the art style is great, so... yeah, I'd recommend it if you're looking for one of those. I wonder if this thing ever got, like, a Blu-ray release. I'm gonna look up right now. No. I guess... yeah, there is a Blu-ray of it. A Senko Roll 2, which is called Senko Roll Connect. I'll give that a proper try at some point. Hello, Pave Dreamer. Hi, Theo. Hi, everyone. I hope you're doing... welcome to my... I'm gonna keep streaming until my friends say it's time to watch anime. To be fair, I'm making a friend watch more Ave Mujika. It's their first time experiencing, so it's kind of fun. Even though it's ended, I still get to watch it, so I can't complain. 7-Day War. This movie's... don't look it up. Watch it. And you might think, this is a pretty whatever movie. And at a certain point, the movie is really good. I can't tell you why. I watched this in the cinema in Japan. Randomly. And obviously there were no subtitles. But I was able to, like, figure out what was going on based on what I was watching. And when a certain thing happened in that movie, my mouth dropped, and immediately I had to, like, get another friend in the cinema to watch it with me. I will never forget that experience. This movie was magical in a way that I can't explain. I loved it. It's my personal movie. So yeah, 7 Days Wars. Great movie. No one's watched it. Soon you'll get them to experience Roselia. We've agreed to watch the rest of Bang Dream after Ave Mujika, which will be a funny experience to do. The Relative Worlds. This I got to see. I got to see this before most people, actually. This came out. This was a film that appeared at Annecy, French film festival, mostly for insiders and reporters. People get to experience and see the movies in advance. I'd say it's not my movie, it's more of a Theo's recommendation movie. Sorry, I was just replying to Eric, who said, Theo's movie, that sounds like a good reason to watch. 7 Days Wars is a fun movie to watch blind. Because even though for like the first half of that movie it's pretty generic, the plot is pretty straightforward. The message and what it does towards a certain, like, point made me go, oh, this is actually quite good. And did not go in kind of a generic romance kind of direction. It did something that made me go, this is good. We need more of this. Oh, man. I gotta ask my friend. Give me a sec. I literally gotta ask my friend if I... So I watch anime with like a few people, and I have one friend who like I don't know if he's actually watched it or not. I'm trying to think. Based on your recommendations, I've watched Reincarnated as a Sword and finished watching it yesterday. Lots of skill text and numbers on screen, but I enjoyed it thoroughly. I haven't seen it, but I'm glad like my reaction to that thing on the on a stream made you pick it up. If you enjoyed it, I'll give it a watch actually. I remember that having a really banger opening. No, it's probably that I reacted like, "Oh, this is a really cool, funny premise," or I heard good things about it. So, or I probably said something to that like extent. But it's funny that I didn't. I haven't seen it. Um, I'm gonna show you. It's a really good opening. I gotta go listen to it. Let me open it up in a new tab. I won't play it now because copyright reasons. Reincarnated as a sword. OP. Okay, there we go. Yes, okay. Thank you. Yeah, back on Relative Worlds. Yeah, I got to see this at a film festival, and I actually met the director, Yuhei Sakuraki. He's way older than me, even though he doesn't look it. He was a cool dude. He directed and wrote the script, I think. This movie's ridiculous and made me laugh, but also clap at the same time. It's kind of a over-the-top sci-fi story. Uh, he also like signed a poster of this for me and gave it to me, and I had to like try and say the film was cool in Japanese. So I said, "Relative World, kakkoi," while like the two translators next to him, as I was saying something in Japanese, looked like they were about to tackle me as if I was going to say something wrong. But no, I just said it was a really good movie. I enjoyed it. It's a popcorn movie. That's how I would describe it. I was entertained and it's fun to watch with people. I don't know. I had a. It was nice having to experience that and meeting a director and shaking his hand. So yeah, that's a classic. Yeah, I got it. Hey, that was 2019. We got through that pretty quickly. Yay! Right, let's try and get through. I think I'm getting through it quickly because a lot of these are like seasons or tied to a director that I've already opened before. So let me open these and then we'll go through that. That Grand Blue, or like Grand Blue or Grand Blue. Ooh. God, there was some good fucking anime back this season. Oh no, don't load lag on me now. Okay. Do, 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 do. The fuck? Sorry, that poster for school babysitters. That baby has like a gigantic head. Let me open it. Wait, yeah, that is an anime? Oh my god. That's not real, is it? Okay. Oh, so for context, it's the cover for some art, the posters have been changed for April Fools, and for some reason they haven't changed it back. So they're either committing to a bit, or they probably sunk a lot of time into making those posters and don't want to go back. So they're probably keeping it going. Yeah, okay, I totally get it. Batman Ninja. Some of them are pretty funny. Music is for Dover Syndrome has been pretty good. Put me in a good mood. There's more wick sauce. That one I want to see. I ain't gonna go into the Precure thing. Right, I think that's enough. Well, that would be enough. It actually kind of stopped loading here. So that works out. Oh yeah, I did add that on there. I already watched that one. I saw their Dropkick My Devil. That's kind of a nuts show, where a lot of the jokes are funny and a lot of jokes sometimes don't land for me. But it's mostly because I don't get that some of the jokes. I feel like I need to know a bit more. Oh, that one I want to see. Hello, Sayokin. Saitokin. Am I pronouncing your name wrong? Oh, yeah, I have pronounced it okay. I think I pronounced it okay. I've been doing well, thank you. I hope you're doing well. And welcome. Right, so that... Oh, Penguin Highway. Alright. Violet Evergarden, not violent. I keep saying violent. I haven't actually seen this, though I have a lot of friends who really like it, so... Add it to the planning. This show, I hear, is not very good. By a lot of my friends. But I don't know what people... Probably because... I kind of want to watch it out of curiosity. But also because I know for a fact that the person who did the manga adaptation is the guy who does the art for To Love Ru. I know, that's a very specific thing. I shouldn't be... But yeah, it's a, you know, it's a very good artist. Banana Fish. I don't know, I clicked this because it had a funny poster, but I'm pretty sure that's an April Fool's poster. I hear it's... Banana Fish, whatever. I'll add it to the list. Lots of anime I want to watch. What Koi? Love is hard for otaku. I hear this is good as well. Though it'll probably make me question my single person life. But you know, it's interesting. I think I'd prefer more romances that are not set in high school all the time. Yeah, there's something wrong with high school settings. It's just you have to do something interesting enough to make me go, yeah, I'll pick it up. So I've seen they're a dime a dozen. Whereas like this one onwards, like college onwards, is always more interesting to me. Probably due to a relatability factor, I guess. Hmm. All right, moving on. Oh, I haven't seen that one. I want to eat your pancreas. Sorry, I'm looking at my shelf because I can't remember if I actually own this, and I haven't seen it. So I want to see it. Yeah, the title's very specific. But it sounds really depressing, so... But this poster probably is not what the movie's about. It's about someone dying from a pancreatic illness. That's sad. uh, Grand Blue. Is this not the same thing as Grand Blue? That's really confusing. Okay. Steins Gate. Um. Oh my god, there's so much Steins Gate nowadays. I've lost track. Pretty cool. Okay, so there's the original. I've seen that, and I like the ending to that. It's very good. Then there was an OVA, which I did see, which is just sort of a sequel to just an extra episode. And then there's a movie. I like the movie. I know people are whatever about it. An insult to the series. Maybe I'm wrong. I might have to revisit this movie. I don't think there's anything about this that's like ruins the TV show. Personally, if you don't like the movie, you can just think the TV show is good, and then move on. Yeah, then there's Steins Gate Zero, which is like an alternative timeline thing. And yeah, there's a whole other season, Steins Gate Zero, a whole different show in a different timeline, basically. Because you can kind of do that with this series. I watched a few episodes of this, and by a few, I probably mean three. And it's about a more depressed Okabe, I guess, and a very specific event that happens in the story and go down a different path from what I remember. I will give this one more of a watch, and I will try and remember about it. I just lose track of it because every time I'm like, I think about Steins Gate, I think about how much of it's been milked, and I don't mean that negatively. Like it's funny how much Steins Gate is out there still, and I kind of lose track over if there's a new game or a remake or a reboot or an alternate telling. And then you got things like Robotic Notes, which is kind of connected by a character. But I'm not the Steins Gate person, so I could be talking out of my ass and not looking into it smart. I'm not being smart enough. Your recommendations. Oh wait, sorry. The recommendations would be here. Okay. I assume all these had to do with time. Yeah, they all do have to do with time. I was trying to look for like Robotic Notes, but I guess not. No, it's right here. Robotic Notes, which came out in 2012. Oh my god. Has it been that long? I enjoyed this show. I had a fun time talking about or trying to remember the plot with a friend on a train many years back. And I'm pretty sure we made up a plot trying to figure out what the plot was after watching it. I'd say this is a fun show as long as you don't try and like make it like don't put your expectations to be Steins Gate level of high. Just think of it as its own thing. I enjoyed it. I might revisit it one day though. It's been way too long. I watched this last year. A place further than the. Oh no! Close the tab. Oh my god, my podcast music's playing. I watched this, yeah, last year, late last year, and I'm really glad I did because it's just so good, man. I don't know. It's a story about dealing with grief, person, like, and how, and what. There are many different themes with the show, but for me, the main thing is like dealing with grief, being able to take steps forward, and doing things that are outside your comfort zone. In this case, these girls want to go to Antarctica. But the messaging towards there are two episodes in particular I really like, and they both follow right after each other. And yeah, it made me cry a lot. It's very good. Oh, I gotta make my friends watch this. I gotta make like a list to send my friends and be like, yeah, we're watching these anime. Asobi Asobase. Asob. Asobi Base. I can't pronounce it, sorry. This is a really fucking funny anime that I always. I know for a fact I've seen it, but I cannot remember for the life of me how it ends. Is the ending song the one like the hard? I know the ending song for this one. This one's like genuinely good comedy. It's really good slapstick comedy. Like that picture there sums it up. Yeah, I put it in the same category as like Daily Lives of High School Boys and Ichijo, which I'm gonna open up and put on my list. Actually, some of these recommendations I want to give a try. Let's see all the recommendations. Okay, I'm not doing that. But yeah, they're very good comedy. Highly recommend it. If you're looking for a good laugh, it's great. And speaking of great, Daily Lives of High School Boys, I'm going to put on also a genuinely great comedy. Nichijou. I don't know what to say. Nichijou's just very, like, good. Why am I yawning? I'm not tired. Or am I? Nichijou is a classic. This one is awesome. It is. The creator's like got an anime coming out, isn't it? City. This is what City is. So we got our kinda sequel to Nichijou. Its own. I'm excited for that. Look at it. Oh my god. I won't be staring too much at anime. I know I'm getting excited about something that isn't going to come out until later this year. 94 days. That's correct, yeah. Completed? Man, I got way too excited. I got so excited I already knew the outcome of how I feel about it. Wasteful days of high school girls. I'll give this a plan. I don't know. I'm gonna. Any recommendations for random comedy slice of life stuff might be worth a watch. Azumanga Daioh. I've got like a fucked up like confession to make. I've never watched this show. Even though I feel most people should have. Maybe someday we will get a Yotsuba anime. I think that's like a meme at this point, right? Because I'm pretty sure, like, from what I hear, the story was that the creator was not happy with the Azumanga Daioh adaptation, therefore never wanting Yotsuba to get an anime. I don't know. I kind of want to just do like fact checks on these things because I hear that story a lot, but I never found the source of whenever I hear stuff like that. Like, I'm gonna look it up now. Yotsuba anime. Why it won't happen. I'm just looking at Reddit and all these people are saying things, but no one's linking any source whatsoever. They just keep saying the creator didn't want it adapted. I'm just like, okay, where's the source? Like, there's a lot of like stories like this about, oh, the creator didn't like the anime. But I'm like, did he say that? Where did he say that? Please tell me where he said that. But yeah, I'll give this a try. Maybe I'll give the manga a try, actually. That's something I probably should do. I don't want... Should I do a manga list at some point? What is my manga list like so far? Barely anything. I do read manga more than I would watch anime. Usually. Okay, moving on. Hinamatsuri. I really like the manga. It's really funny. I wish I could, like, when I say something really funny, I wish I could explain why or show a clip or two. It's about a Yakuza guy who, like, finds a girl who just kind of, I guess, isekai'd into his world, and she's like an esper, and she's super strong, and they end up living together, and he has to, like, deal with her he's adopted a kid. It's the anime is pretty fun. I recommend the manga more personally, but it's got some pretty good laughs out of me. Would recommend it personally. Okay. I remember hearing people would say years ago that they wanted it to be finished before it was adapted. No idea where they got that from. Yeah, that's exactly the thing I get. Like, I'm more. I think it's just in this day and age of like fake news and hyperbolic reactions that I'm kind of like, I need a source and I need more information about the things people are saying. Might even have to like go down a rabbit hole to look it up. Because I have a list of videos I want to make. Notsuba fact check video. Maybe. I don't know. It probably won't be as weird as like the other video I had. Air quotes. Because there was like a video idea I had once because I went down a rabbit hole that no one else ever did. So I was watching a random like video game video. I just wanted to look up the history of GoldenEye, like the development behind GoldenEye on Nintendo 64. Don't ask why. I just like learn looking up random things about games, because I know that game was actually developed in very specific circumstances in the UK. And while I was watching a random video just to get some background noise, a guy quotes and said that like, oh, a Nintendo had offered the two people in charge of Rare their entire catalog of Nintendo characters to pick from, and I think that ended up being Donkey Kong. But then I thought about it and I was like, that sentence is very, very specific and very, very weird. And my brain was like, Nintendo wouldn't just offer their catalog to two random people in the UK, even if they did, even if they were the founders of Rare. And then I kind of went down this giant rabbit hole where I was looking up the quote and finding the where it was sourced from, and I was like, it's from an old IGN post back in the 90s, and that page doesn't even have a source, and I was like losing my mind because this is one of those things of like, someone made up that line. I just need to confirm if they actually said it or not. So that's a video I want to do one day. Sorry, I went off on a completely random tangent about video ideas I want to do, just not having the time. Back onto anime, sorry. Zombieland Saga. Oh, this one was a laugh. I like the voice actor who played the manager of the group, was hilarious. Yeah, same. Um, Zombieland Saga's great. I don't know what to say about it. Why is Gold Ship there? Probably because this is a music video that had a bunch of Cygames stuff on it. No, I didn't know Zombieland Saga was related to Cygames. They're adapted by, well, they're animated. Oh, they were produced by Spy game. That explains a lot, actually. Uh, if you've not seen this show, watch episode 1 after this stream or something, because it has such a hardcore way of getting into the show. And it's a genuinely funny show, which could also be extremely touching at times. And the sequel is great as well. I don't want to spoil the ending to that, but the ending to that made my jaw drop. It's kind of nuts. And they're making a movie. I'm excited for that too. Good show. Good series. It's basically like a guy bringing back a bunch of girls from the dead and making an idol group out of them. And they're all from different time periods, and they all have their little story to tell. I don't know why I opened this one. I don't care about citrus. Or maybe I do. Who knows? The citrus hasn't... Oh, it has popped up here. Okay, fine. I'll add it to the watch list. I haven't... That's 13 episodes? I thought it was longer for some reason. Okay. Moving on. Bloom Into You is apparently like the gold standard Yuri for a lot of people, so... I have read a few volumes of it. I suck at telling you what chapter I got, so I'm not going to put, like, when I did. And plus, I own actual physical copies of this, so I have, like, 4 volumes of it, I think. Where is it? I'm looking really hard from here. I can't see it. Where have I put you? Oh, there you are. Okay, I own 3 volumes. It's behind my monitor on the other bookcase. I'm not a fan of the designs of Baki, but everyone keeps telling me Baki's like crazy and over the top. So yeah, I'll give that a try. I don't know. Real Life. Is this like a... Yeah, it's an ONA. About a guy who takes a pill and turns 10 years younger, so he goes back to school again to redo high school. I liked it. I wouldn't be able to tell you what happened in it. It's been too long. How long ago was it? 2016. I only know Baki from the memes, lol. Same, but I know 2 friends who have read Baki and really like it. And whenever I hear people talk about it, like from a writing perspective or like whatever, it's actually like pretty fun and kind of nuts. And apparently Baki is still ongoing to this day. I thought it was like a really old manga, but no, it's still an ongoing thing to this day. Partly because there's like, I think the latest meme was like one of the antagonists of them punched Elon Musk and Trump in the face in one of the chapters. And I was like, that's really fucking funny. I don't know why they... what the context of that is, but whatever. Imagine going back to school just because you look younger. Okay, yeah, now that you mention it, it's not like he actually de-aged. It maybe he did, who knows? 2016 is almost 10 years ago. That's nuts to me. It's quite nice. I don't know. After the Rain. I like this show. But I feel like people will... The wrong type of people who don't watch this show will probably can't try and cancel it. It's about a grown man who's a divorced father and he wants to be a waiter. And it's about the relationship between him and a high school girl. And it's more like it's more one-sided for the most part. It's a high school girl who likes him. And he's like kind of like, no, I'm kind of a grown ass man. kind of and I think this is a weird show to explain to people because these days it's enough to get people go, oh, that's disgusting, I'm not gonna give this a try. It's a lot more complicated than that. And I remember enjoying it for what it was trying to do. And it tells a story from start to finish, I don't know. There's a manga, I should probably read the manga actually. I'm gonna check the manga. Sorry, I'm not gonna watch this. I just kind of like blown away about how huge that baby's like head is. Like, what the fuck? Sorry, I'm not judging the baby. I'm judging the design. If a baby in real life had a huge head, I wouldn't judge the baby. But this is an anime we're talking about, so... I like that Barakamon is the fucking thing that gets recommended here. That's a good show, though. I thought she had blue hair. Sorry, wow, everything in my head's wrong about everything here. Magical Girl Sai. I binged this manga last year. It's not good. That's the one with that famous meme. Let me find a picture. You'll know exactly what I mean when you see it. Once you see this, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. You've seen this meme before. This picture. It's from that manga. I didn't know that, so when I was reading this manga and the page with this panel appeared, it gave me, like, severe whiplash. This is not a great manga, or... I'd say, though, it's better than the thing it's being a spin-off to, which is Magical Girl Apocalypse, which is fucking awful. Like, it's so bad. But yeah, Magical Girl Sai, at least it's better than the other one, but it's not as good. I just read it out of complete morbid curiosity. It's one of those types of things. That's why I was genuinely shocked to find there's an anime of it. I don't think I would want to sit through it, though. That said, all the characters' hair colors are not what I imagined them to be, so... I was wrong about that. Yeah, I don't think I'll sit through it. That said, I will look up the opening and ending afterwards. Moving on. Agretsuko. Has anyone seen this? It was on Netflix. But I like the show. I didn't know there was a sequel, though. It's about this fox girl lady who works an office job, and after a long day, she, like, starts blasting music at karaoke and singing like angrily. Yeah, like this picture here. I assume the reason the second season didn't work in my brain is because like that is the joke, right? That is the joke. So the whole first season is great. So that's why I didn't think the idea of a second season would be a thing. Oh, Happy Sugar Life. Did that pop up? Did that appear in like the recommendations? uh, Thank you for reminding me this existed. Uh, yeah, no, I've done my rant about this shit because like, explaining the plot to like my friends and where it went, it was kind of like getting Candy Boy vibes. No, Candy Boy's good. Like, this isn't. This is like. I don't like this show because it's so off the rails and ridiculous and gross in a way that I'm like mixed on it. Though at the same time, whenever I talk about the premise to people, and I don't want to go into the premise here, it just it's it's like rolling down the hill. You get like, oh, this is in a fucked up kind of category. You can see by all these recommendations why. Oh yeah, I did add Talentless Nana. That's a great, great fucking manga. What's this one? Kase-san and... I haven't seen this one. This is an OVA. It's a 59-minute OVA? I did not know it was that long. Adachi Shimura... Sorry, I just want to look at the poster. That's funny. Yeah, I guess that's... a more straightforward poster about what the plot is. Yeah, it's a car crash in anime form. Yeah, you're referring to Happy Sugar Life. Yeah, exactly that. Uh, Comic Girls. I've watched a few episodes of this. It's one of those cute girls doing cute things kind of premise, but it's about a manga creator, and then moves in an all-female dormitory for other manga creators. That's kind of fucked up when I think about like the idea of like a place dedicated for manga artists only, and all they do is write manga all the time. I don't know. I'm thinking too hard into the logistics here. I heard this manga is very good, and I have a friend who really doesn't like this anime because they really like the manga. But I'm gonna give the anime a try, and then if I like it, I will give the manga a try because I hear it's in that kind of competitive sports angle, and as someone who likes Uma Musume, maybe this will fill the gap. That said, we're getting new Uma Musume this week, so who knows? What's this one? Mitsubishi Colors. You know, we were talking about Yotsuba not getting an anime. This is pretty close to that kind of energy, if you're looking for that. It's about three kids exploring like their little like village, I guess. It's a fun slice of life. It's got the same energy as like Yeah, not non-Biori, or more specifically, like, I was thinking of Yotsuba, because some of their adventures are just kind of like that. Uh, I'd recommend it. It's kind of a fun time. Moving on. I don't know what the fuck this is. I've seen this. I'm not gonna mark it down as I've watched it. So, like, you know, when you're a kid, I don't know how to explain this, so you might have to insert your own show here. But when I was a kid, and I'd hang out with my friends, and I mean when we were kids, like 4 to 5 years old kind of kids, we would run around, play fighting Dragon Ball, and then we'd make our own rules up, and we'll do like, oh, you can't kill me, I got this force field, or I'm super god mode, or something ridiculous like that. This show is the equivalent of that. A very, very weird thing. I'm not adding it because I don't really know how far I watched, nor do I understand how much of it I got. So, moving on. Um, Hitori Bocchi in recommended. I love that series. Oh yeah, talking about that earlier. Also, your sister reminds me of it from time to time. Does she bring it up? That's a very particular show to bring up, but it's strange. That's a fun show though. I like that. I haven't seen Dragon Ball Past Cell Saga to be honest. That's fair. If you're watching anything, I guess maybe watch Dragon Ball Kai. It's hard to recommend Dragon Ball to people because it's like so long in a way that even as a Dragon Ball fan, I can't earnestly recommend it to people unless you like either grew up with it or you're watching down a trimmed version of it. That's like I recommend Kai to people because I'm like, okay, if you want to experience like the actual story for what it is, based in the manga as closely as you can, do that. But yeah, no, she's just very much like Hitori Bocchi, thinking we'll forget her. Oh, I yawned. I wasn't pausing to think. Yeah, that makes sense. And then the driving episode on the side. Yeah, you didn't have to get like a Google list to like. You could Google a list of filler episodes from Dragon Ball, and then pick the ones that are actually like the really fun ones to see. But yeah, the driving lesson episode is great. Piccolo and Goku driving will never not be funny to me. Dude, my friends haven't turned up yet, so they're either turning up at 8. If that's the case, I probably might end the stream after I've done the last few titles. Because I keep yawning, and I need to stretch. What is this music? The Girl in Twilight. I was thinking of the book for a second then. A group of girls living in a small city gather to enact a ritual. They are the Crystal Radio Research Society. Is this like a horror? What is this? I'm gonna Google it. I thought it was a slice of life. Oh, I can't type that in Google. It just gives me questions too. Um. Oh, this might be good or bad. It might be in that category. I have to see this. I need to know. I've never seen or heard it before. I will report on this one next week. So yeah, that okay, that was a bit of an unexpected thing. Wick sauce. Wick sauce. Weak sauce. So much of this. I watched this and I think I liked it. It has like some of the best opening and endings. Bataru. Look up opening 1 and 2 of this show. Let me just double check because there are 2 openings I really like. Yeah, World's End Rondo. What's Killer Killy Joker from? Yeah, there are 2 openings. Okay. I don't know what this one is. Maybe that is the same one or a different series entirely. There's a lot of these. I gotta like try giving these a try. It's their card game show. But when I watched the first season, it became less about the card game and more about the characters. And I was one of those people who was like, I need to learn how the card game works. Tell me how the card game... Like, I was one of those people. It was getting mad because I was like, I need to know how the card game rules work so I understand what the stakes are sometimes, if that makes sense. So which is more gay, this or Yu-Gi-Oh? Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh, definitely. Like, Yu-Gi-Oh ends with, the movie anyway, ends with Kaiba building a time machine to go back in time to duel the Pharaoh. Like, I'm pretty sure he's trapped there, so I don't fucking know what his end game was. As if it wasn't for... I've never seen someone that obsessed with another dude before. Card game, that sounds fun. Rules in a card game anime? Okay, I guess Yu-Gi-Oh! Isn't exactly the best example of rules in a card game. But as I guess Yu-Gi-Oh! Progressed later down the line, the rules got more solidified as time went on. Through the rules, I have money. Kaiba, some... Yep. I guess most people probably know Yu-Gi-Oh! 2 ways, either from growing up with it or watching the abridged series. So, yeah. But I think maybe that's why this show. I'll probably give this a rewatch without the card game mindset I had back then. I probably still will have that mindset because I think Yu-Gi-Oh! At least that first season in Duelist Kingdom, the whole thing with that, it's that a lot of it is sort of like D&D kind of rules, if that makes sense. Like, I didn't understand what was going on, but because it made no sense, and a lot of the things were happening because they were making up rules as they were dueling. Like, oh, I set the forest on fire. Like, that doesn't actually happen in the card game. That kind of it, like that kind of thing. So when I say D&D, like, it's like when you're watching that and they're explaining it to you, you're kind of like, I kind of get it, and you kind of understand stakes. Whereas this show, I don't remember stakes being happening. Don't make sense. So it's always so I want to give this one a try. I also got trading cards of this show. But yeah, I gotta revisit this and I will report back on that. This is a movie, right? Okay. Do I have that? No, I don't. That's weird. I thought I had this on my shelf somewhere. I guess not. That's why I added it. Okay, I'll give this a watch at some point. Yeah, true enough. There were some logical reasons in Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Did, again, over time, solidified its rules as it went further in the seasons. So that's why it became more forgiving as time went on. I don't keep track of Yu-Gi-Oh these days. I tried, but Yu-Gi-Oh Rush Dueling isn't for me. The idea of Rush Dueling is cool because it's like a hit a reset button, but it leans more into the kid show aspect than being its own thing like previous Yu-Gi-Oh seasons. That's not true. It is doing its own thing, but it's not for me. Skullface bookseller Honda-san. I heard this was good. I have friends who really liked this show and had a fun time with it. Penguin Highway. I liked it. I don't have much to say about it though. It's a very straightforward, nice, fun movie, and it's visually watchable is a weird thing to say. Visually interesting to watch. And I think that's it. We've gone through all of that. So we've done 2 years, 2019 and 2018. And we hit over 2 hours, but I'm debating actually. Let me check my live streaming because I've been streaming it for. Yeah, we'll do one more year. I think to make up for the fact that I kind of rambled for the first half hour. Would that be okay with everyone? I don't think any of my friends have messaged me yet. Nope. So that's okay. Let's go. We're almost at pandemic. Oh my god, I'm having like... What am I even looking at here? Sorry, these posters are still quite funny. I'm A-okay with more content. Well, in that case, I'm just gonna... Let me just turn on the light in the background. That's better. Give me a second. Ooh. Can I eat a tea cake or can I eat a banana? What should I do? No, I'm eating a tea cake. Give me a second. I need to eat so I can have the energy to do more. Hmm. I was gonna say it's a bit of a weird combo to have both, but chocolate bananas exist, so I guess it's not entirely too weird. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. There's a lot that happened in this year. Or I was still watching anime a decent amount at the time. Do 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 do. Alright, that's actually the right amount of time. So let's move to the next one. I already just opened this. Sorry, I have also seen that one. I forgot to close the tabs. Let's see. Classroom Delete. I hear that this is a pretty good show. At least that first season is, anyway. The further back I go, the more anime I recognize. This came out in 17, and then they made a second season, and now they're doing a third season. Oh, they did a third season. And they're doing a fourth season. There's a lot of fucking seasons of this show. Oh wait, my music has stopped. Yes. All right. I haven't seen this one. I think I saw. I think I have. I put it on the watching thing. It's been way too long. This is a show that I knew a lot of people liked, but I never really clicked with it. I think it was kind of meh, to be honest. Feels like it's pretending to be smart while being kind of simplistic. A classroom with the elite? Probably. It seems like one of those types of shows. I like picture a very particular category that show fits in. And that's exactly how I pictured Classroom with the Elite. It might be the type of show I put on out of pure boredom and to be entertained by. I watched... Did I watch this? Oh, I'll put it on the watching and then put it on, like, the free episode check. Because if I can remember the first 3 episodes, then I know I have watched it to an extent. I have friends who like this one show. So I'll give this one a watch at some point. 24 episodes, that's a lot. Oh man, do I have to do talk about Sword Art? This movie is interesting. This is the yeah, it's an AR kind of thing. Funny story. I actually bought a ticket for this movie and forgot about it and didn't see it. But instead I went to see Alien. Which Alien movie? It was one of the bad ones. Then I watched this movie again. Or I tried to watch it again. Second time, and I thought my feelings on Sword Art Online is a weird one because I don't care much about it. I don't hate it passionately, and nor do I love it passionately. I kind of watched it because I was curious if I have a good time with it or not. And I am usually entertained watching them. This movie's weird. I like the ideas behind it. Then there's like they have like a final boss fight with like a Final Fantasy villain. It was kind of fun. This movie is entertaining. The one thing they do right about this movie that I thought was actually kind of a neat aspect was the idea is that instead of VR, people wear like glasses, like it's like augmented reality. So it's like Sword Art Online, but if it was Pokemon Go. That's a terrible comparison, but the idea is that they're running around outside physically, and what they do with Kirito is interesting is that he's a gamer, so he's physically unfit, so he can't do the things that other people can do. like he does in the game. He's like that like actually nerfs him in reality, so he's like constantly running out of like he's getting exhausted very easily, and his swings are not as good until after a certain point where I think it stopped caring. But like that idea was neat. I was like, okay, that's a funny thing. That's like a funny gag in itself. Also, this movie is like also weird because it actually shows like Azuna's boobs uncensored for some reason. In this very weird movie, a lot of weird things happen in this movie. I don't think it's a good movie, but it exists. You can tell because I only remember very specific things about it. Sword Art Online 2. I enjoyed it. I think I like it in that schlocky way. It's really goofy. The problem I have with Sword Art Online are the villains usually. They're all kind of boring or comically like problematic. Like kind of, how do I describe it? The bad guy in Sword Art Online 2 sucks. In the same way the bad guy in Sword Art Online, that second half in the Elf World thing, is bad. It's kind of a weird rapey villain dude. It's not cool. Or good writing at all. The problem I have... Wait. Yeah, I do remember. Yeah, remembering the important details, Booba. It's... That, again, it was very weird to see Azuna's boobs on the screen. I'm not complaining. It's more like just having that weird reaction like, yeah, why is that a thing? The problem I have with Sword Art Online is Kirito a lot of the time. Yes, a lot of the good parts of Sword Art Online is when Kirito's not there. I read the novels past a certain point, and Kirito stories without Kirito are infinitely more interesting and more fun. Because he's either too OP or he's too boring as a character to want to sit through. But yeah, the villains suck also. Yeah, I think it's weird because like there's another fucking hell. Yeah, and Whiplash for fucking Pekora. Everywhere I go. Yeah. There's another thing this guy worked on. He wrote Accel World. It's like the Pekora be yeah. Like, has anyone seen Accel World? Because Accel World's actually good. Accel World is better, I think, because it's like the main character's a small chunky boy. And like he's kind of the opposite in Kirito in every way. And he's not OP. Also, the kind of like setup and premise of the world is interesting, and I didn't have problems with this show, unlike Sword Art. If you haven't, I would recommend this. If you're like looking for a Sword Art Online that is good, this is that. This takes place years after Sword Art Online, though. Oh, did I get my message? Okay, my friends are free, but I will blast through these quickly. Wasn't Sword Art Online in some sense the first isekai? Ah, sorta. It's kind of a weird one because the definition isekai has changed for some people. I wouldn't say it is because he's not. Isekai to me is being sent to a completely different universe, whereas in Sword Art Online it's being trapped in a video game made by someone in that world. But the actual idea of being trapped in it is kind of like an isekai in that. I think that's the thing that that makes it different is that isekais most times people don't go back to their world, whereas in Sword Art Online Kirito does. So it's kind of like a sorta isekai, but sorta isn't. I totally get it if people say they don't want it to be an isekai, and I totally get it if people say it is. I'm being very centrist about this take, which is the worst kind of opinion I could have. I think it popularized the kind of fantasy, the power fantasy that Isekai has. Oh yeah, yeah. There were actually Isekais before Sword Art. I think Sword Art was one of the like first ones to make a big hit and got a lot more attention than other stuff. There are really old Isekai premises before the tour. Oh my god, this is a banger. Sorry, the music. But yeah, yeah, Arik, I recommend Axel World. I think the premise is so much more interesting and so much more fun. It is written by the same guy who wrote Sword Art Online. I think what makes this one stand out is like it feels like the problem with Sword Art was written as like a web novel and it's written in first person perspective. So a lot of Sword Art, at least the early volumes, had to deal with the baggage of like a web comic, the web novel being turned into a light novel and using ideas from that, which is why personally things like the villains, for example, or the way women are written in that series is kind of like messy. Whereas Axel World feels like a bit of a clean slate for Reki. Like he's actually like, for one, Axel World is actually written in third person in the novels, from what I remember. But if you're given a new slate with new ideas and creating your own kind of virtual world from scratch, this feels like it doesn't have that baggage attached to it. So that's my recommendation for this one. For why I might rewatch this to see if it still holds up. It's still ongoing. Of course it is. It's like a popular series. Not as popular as like Sword Art, but still. I think it does go under the radar a lot when people talk about Sword Art and the other stuff he's worked on. Kind of wish it got a second season. It got like oh, it got a movie. I didn't know that. Was it like a sequel? I don't know. I'll check this one out. I heard this one's good. This is a fun slice of life about romances between two different characters with various different couples. So we'll do that. I'm kind of doing like a. I watched this and I had no idea what it was about. This is the movie No Game No Life Zero, which is a prequel to the show, and I don't know why this is a thing. Oh, I'll set this as planning. No, I have seen this. See, I forgot I watched it. That's kind of the problem. I don't want to admit I've seen this, but I have seen it. It's not bad. It's fine. I don't know. I don't have much to say about Eromanga Sensei that hasn't been turned into a meme. Right. Oh wait, my playlist ended. I'm just waiting for another friend to get on, so until my other friend turns up, I'm gonna continue this. Don't have much to say about this one, and I'm not gonna... Do I need to talk about Orimo? Yeah, I've seen it. I mean, most people would have. I don't think... I'm whatever about this show. The OVAs. I remember liking this one. And there was a season 2. I don't remember. The problem is, it's... How long has it been? Oh, God. I see a 1 there. Let me see how long ago it's been. 2013. I think it's that thing of I don't want to remember it. Oh, wow, okay. They did finish the novels. I don't think I actually bothered finishing this. But okay. Let's entertain my ass self. Lameo, I haven't actually seen it. Are you talking about in the chat, or are you talking about Orinomoto or Eromanga Sensei? Which is all pretty... it's fine. I don't hate it, I don't like it either. Little Witch Academia, that was fun. There's a... Oh god, I lost track of this. There's like an OVA. Orimo. You don't have to, you're not missing anything. You could do so much more with your life, Eric. Other than listening to me waffle on that. Eromanga Sensei is like better in if you're looking for a less like a slightly nicer sister character. Orinomoto Kirino is kind of like awful. You either really, really like her for some weird reasons, or you really, really hate her. And I've never seen someone who's in the middle on that particular character. Whereas in Eromanga Sensei, it's like... I think people described it as like the watered down version of Orinomoto. Yeah, Theo streamed over Orimo. I hope no one ever digs up anything I said here to try and cancel me. Gamers. I have friends who are gamers. I hear this show is very good. I should give this a try, actually. I'm excited to check this. Gum's Wish. This is really good. Like, really good. But it's really fucked up. It's more of an adult-oriented story than a... Even though it's a high school setting. It's got... Yeah, like this fucking meme posters tried to say. It's like... the love triangle to this. Guy likes teacher. No, girl likes teacher. Teacher who likes girl. Who likes other teacher. Girl who likes other girl. Girl who likes guy who likes teacher. And the girl and guy relieve each other. There's kind of pent up sexual frustrations. It's a weird... It's a very specific way. I really enjoyed Scum's Wish as well in a cathartic kind of way. Yes, it's because it's really... Like, the thing about this one I can recommend is that it's a full story from start to finish. You get a full story, and it's kind of like... very stressful. But it's like... I don't know. It's very rare to find something like this. Also, I noticed Michael waved on the live chat. Hello, Michael. I think you waved earlier. I forgot to react to that. Yeah, it was created by Mango, who is the artist for Oshinoko. They didn't write Oshinoko. They wrote Scum's Wish. It should be worth to clarify that, because I get that artist has been harassed because of the ending of Oshinoko, or people not liking that manga and then going after the artist because those people have nothing better to do with their lives. But I don't know. I never understood harassing someone if you don't like a piece of art they made, you know? But Scum's Wish is one of the, like, best things I've seen them write, so I don't know. And again, Oshinoko's wasn't written by that artist, it was drawn by him. But yeah, I don't know. I got randomly mad there, yeah. She didn't deserve any of that harassment. But yeah, Scum's Wish. Yeah, like, I don't know. You could criticize Oshinoko all you want. I don't particularly care about the ending to one way or the other. I just was like, oh, well, it ended. Okay, I'm moving on. And it's written by the guy who wrote Kaguya-sama, right? Yeah. Also, I'm not going to go harass him. If you don't like it, then that's fine. I don't know, it's just... I am never supportive of anyone who feels the need to go after someone because you didn't like something, you know? Ooh, Land of the Lustrous. This was one of my favorite... This was one of the... Another example of past me being like, I don't like 3D... I don't like 3D anime. And then I watch this and I'm like, damn, that's really fucking good. I don't know how to describe Land of the Lustrous. It is a surreal, weird experience from start to finish. And it's fantastic. And I hope they make more anime of it one day. One day. Who animated this, actually? I'm very curious. Criticize is fine, harassing is not. I agree. 100%. Studio Orange. Oh, they did Beastars. That makes a lot of sense. They did Godzilla Sinking. They got a very weird, like, lineup. They did Dimension W. Wow, okay, I didn't know what the studio is supposed to be doing. Aho Girl. About a moron. This particular studio is great with 3D anime, but it also works because 3D is a stylistic choice and not a cost... Yeah, cost-saving method. Yeah, I agree. Like, I'll bring up, like, for example, Bang Dream, Ave Mujica reuses the 3D very well. The thing about that, though, is that early Bang Dream stuff kind of felt like Season 2, because the first season of Bang Dream is 2D, and then the second season is in 3D onwards. And I always thought it was a cost-saving reason, and it sort of is. But I think around the time Season 3, or like, I guess definitely when MyGo started, they utilized the 3D as a style thing and effectively just like told some really cool episodes with that particular format. Like I said, in MyGo, there's an episode done entirely in first person, which is a lot easier to do if it's in 3D, right? Um, a whole episode which is a flashback that's done in 3D. I think that's great. Well done. And when they do the lives or when they hit home runs, very specific scenes. Really good. Yeah. Aho Girls. I read the manga. I haven't seen the anime, so I'll probably give that one a try. Recreators. I haven't finished this. I watched half of it and really like the concept. It's basically like fictional characters coming to life in the real world and them trying to like half of the characters want to live in the world, the other half want to escape it and go back to their world. It's like a reverse isekai almost about fictional characters in the story appearing. It's fun. I don't know if it's like a home run kind of thing, but there are certain characters in this that's very good. Um, how do I? Yeah, because there's one character in Recreators that's like a magical girl, and the joke, at least early in, is that she appears, and the very first fight she has, she accidentally like knocks one of the characters which she's fighting into like a building, and is bleeding, and and the magical girl reacts like, "Holy shit, that never happens in my world. What's going on?" And she's like having like a bit of reality sink into her, and that characterization and how that character specifically grows is so interesting and so well written. That first half of Recreators is very good. It doesn't matter if it's first person or not. 3D is easier to do. As you rig the characters, I don't need to redraw every single frame. Yeah, no, that's true. Sorry, I was meant to clarify that like uh I think effectively using 3D in particular scenarios, um like in my head, I think it would be easier to do a flashback entirely in first person if it was in 3D. And the way they did that worked very well because it's effective because in another flashback you see of some of these things that happen, the characters are like you're seeing it from, a viewer's perspective, and when it cuts to like in the third episode, the main character is like POV. It's more personal and up close, and it's very well. And it's the same scene, just shot different at a different angle, and you know it's the same scene because all they have to do is just reposition the camera, so there's no jarring effect about, oh, this looks off. That didn't happen in the flashback. No, that 100% did happen. They're reusing the same like animation for that very particular sequence from a different perspective. It's like examples like that where using 3D is clever, is what I meant to clarify. But yeah, god damn. Bang Dream is very good, y'all. Moving on. uh, Girls Last Tour. I liked it. Has a bang. Look up the ending song for this, and you'll probably want to give this a try. I don't know if I say slice of life, slice of death, maybe? It's like set in a. Slice of death? Yeah, civilization. It's like two characters exploring a nearly empty world. Uh, and it's like weirdly calming and nice to explore an empty world. Yeah. Uh, this is a fun show. Yeah, melancholically wholesome. That's how I would describe it. It's something sad about being in an empty world that's a civilization, but is also interestingly dystopian. Like, yeah, dystopian slice of life, basically. Yeah, they come across other characters as the story goes on, but like, it's mostly those two girls exploring and trying to survive. Hmm. Fireworks. The worst movie I've ever I have ever sit through. uh, just as much as that sentence confused me. Piece together this puzzle of a film. It's worth it. Do I have this? No, I this is not a good movie. I agree. It's funny though. I enjoyed watching it with friends. It's one of those types of movies. Um, yeah, dude gets an invitation from a girl he likes to run away with her. I think the premise is kind of like him going with her. I don't want to spoil it because the ending is so fucking stupid and ridiculous that I loved it almost. And I get if people like it. This is like this is clearly in the middle for it, according to the score distribution. So, ooh, new game. This is the second season, which is one of my favorite seasons. Uh, New game is a slice of life about a girl who joins a game developing studio to make games and follow her dreams. But the reality of making games is like this show is a fun slice of life about them making games, but also the show doesn't stray away from the realities that making games is fucking difficult and soul crushing at times. The second season is very good at doing this, so much so that it made me cry. Probably because I do game dev myself, so it's kind of like the relatability there. Um, it's I would still recommend it to people if you're just looking for a normal slice of life, but if you're looking for like it's in that category where I think the second season is in that it's in my list of second seasons that are really good and stand up a bit above the first season. But yeah, this has like a near complete story, I guess. But yeah, my recommendation, like a genuine, really good recommendation. Yeah, like these two people are saying here, if you've ever tried or want to undertake a difficult project you're passionate about, you need to watch this. Surpasses its predecessor, portrays realistic human interaction, and explores inner workings of game development. That feels like a weird sentence, but it is true for the most part. I don't know, it's like a before and after meme, where it's like, I can't wait to have fun watching New Game, and then afterwards you come out of it like a different person. Oh, this is fucking good, man. Really good. This I have watched a few episodes of, but never finished. I liked what I watched of it, so. And I keep making movies of it, this damn thing, so. Yeah, there's 4 movies. Wow, there's so many movies of these. I haven't seen Himoto. I probably don't want to. It reminds me too much of my sister. So moving on. The character, sorry, not the show's premise. Siren, I didn't know, but let's not do this now. Actually, let's go back to Amagami. I haven't seen that one. I have seen the original show and enjoyed that. I just send a message to my friends, hoping that they will be ready soon. Amagami SS. That's a sequel, isn't it? No, that was the first one. Sorry, my brain is... I'm very tired now. I've reached my limit. Amagami SS Plus, which is the sequel, which I'll give a try, and maybe I might not like it, because I don't remember. I hear this is stupid. I gotta check it out. Recommendations. Danganronpa. Darwin's game. Oh my god. Okay, you know it's a good show. It's gonna be one of those shows. I also watched this. This show is terrible. I love it. It's in that, like, ridiculously stupid plot premise. I watched this with friends. It's funny. Wait, Morioka did this? Mayoka isn't bad, it's just different. Yeah, that's how I sum it up. It's a weird... It exists. Kino's Journey. I think I watched this special, so I'm not gonna do this again. I didn't know about... I forgot about the Rohan OVAs. Huh. Yeah, I should give this one a watch. And this one just looked cute, so I'm adding that in. Alright, we're done. This is the music that usually plays when my podcast ends. This is weirdly fitting timing. But yeah, we'll stop there. That was 2017. We did it. We managed to do 3 years of anime. I do need to shoot off quite suddenly because I do need to, like, stretch, wash my face, get ready for anime watching with friends, and then I gotta, like, plan tomorrow. I think I've got... What have I got plans tomorrow? I got nothing planned tomorrow. Yeah, it was supposed to be game dev. Oh, it was fun. Thank you all for having a fun time talk about anime. I like to waffle on sometimes, and it's good to calm myself down after a long day. Yeah, I'll be excited to do more next week. I enjoy. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for the chill stream. I enjoyed streaming while I cooked and ate dinner. That's nice. I'm glad you got something good out of that. Have a nice evening from your friends. Thank you. Alright, with that said, yeah. Oh, my friend turned up just on time. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we'll do 2016 next time. Remember, 2016. 2016. I'm saying that a lot because when I look at this video a week from now to remind myself, I'm going to remember 2016. Thanks for a lovely time today. Yo. Good night, everyone. Good night, Low and Dark, sorry. Have a good morning, day, afternoon, evening, and night. And we'll catch up again soon. Alright, take care. Bye.